Aloha, I'm Terry from Work Hawaii. Since we are unable to present to you in person at this time, we have created this video to share how you can make a resume, which will be essential for your job search. We will be presenting a lot of information in this video. Please feel free to rewatch or pause as many times as you need to. A well-composed resume will help you to look professional and stand out in the application process. If you are inquiring about a position without an application, you will want to include your resume and cover letter for consideration. Be sure to include your resume when submitting a paper application as well. Most online applications allow you to attach your resume to your online application. And remember, when you get that interview, bring hard copies to an interview so that you can offer them to your interviewer or interviewing panel. In order to start writing a resume, you will need to do some preparation. First, gather all of your work history information. A typical resume only shows the last 10 years of employment history, but you will need to gather all of your work history information to have on hand in the event that it is asked for on a written or online application. Some people organize this data on what we call a master application. It's a convenient way to keep a record of all of your work history. The master application includes contact information for your past positions, start and end dates, supervisors' names and contacts, rates of pay, and job description. Please contact the American Job Center Hawaii if you would like a copy of the master application form. Your resume can be composed in word processing documents such as Microsoft Word or Pages if you have Apple products. If you don't have either of these, you can also register on HireNet Hawaii and use their resume template, which is available at no cost to you. There are 3 basic types of resumes, and they can be used in different situations. These resume types are chronological, functional, and combination formats. A chronological resume is the most common type of resume. It lists your work experience chronologically in reversed order. Functional resumes focus more on your work history and skills than on actual dates of employment. If you have gaps of employment, have worked in only one position for the last 10 years, or if you are seeking a career change, this may be a good way to showcase what you can do versus what you have done. A combination resume highlights your most recent work history and then goes backwards, but it may also include dates to show experience and longevity in your positions. This format requires effort to write in an organized and cohesive manner. Once you have determined the type of resume format, you're going to need to include the following components to showcase yourself. First, you will want your contact information. Next will be your job objective if you choose to include one. Your highlights, which we also call skills and strengths, follow. And then you will be showing your experience and education and training. Your contact information should include your name, of course, your address, telephone number, and email address. Triple check to see that all of it is accurate. If you don't have a phone, always list the number of a reliable friend or relative. Be sure to rehearse what you expect them to say when someone calls for you. For example, "I'm sorry, Jeff is not available right now. May I take a message?" Tip: it's a good idea to keep your email address as professional as possible while you are job seeking. Don't forget to check it frequently. It is important to have a reliable means of being contacted. Please contact American Job Center Hawaii if you need access to Lifeline, which is an affordable cell phone program. An objective is recommended but not mandatory. Some reasons to include an objective are to show employers that you understand what you're looking for, show that your expectations are realistic, and show that you have a direction or focus. You can also use your objective to show how you can contribute to the company's success. This section is where you will call attention to the key skills that you bring to the position that you are applying for. Sometimes we also call this the skills and strengths section. You can point out your customer service, cash handling, and computer skills, and call attention to years of supervisory experience. You may also want to point out other abilities such as teamwork skills and motivation to learn and take on new responsibilities. Here is a list of information that you need to include for your experience. First, the employer name. Be sure that you're using the company's official name. Also include the city and state where you were employed. Be sure that you spell out the state rather than abbreviate it. Your position title should be included and in bold print. Also, again, the official title. Chronological and combination resumes, you'll want to include the dates of employment, and you're going to spell out the month and the year, all 4 digits, of when you started until the month and year that the job ended. Also, for a chronological resume, you will follow the employer information with your position responsibilities. A functional resume, on the other hand, will list employer information all together after your summary of skills or the duties that you performed in that position without showing any dates. The position responsibilities section will be the bulk of your resume. It's where you will summarize your job duties in all the jobs you have done to show why you're the right candidate for your prospective position. Be sure that you use action words such as supervised 12-person safety team, implemented standard operating procedures, or trained new hires according to company manual. List your duties from most important to least important. Job responsibilities should be all listed in past tense, unless you're still working at that job. Here's a helpful tip. ONET Online is a valuable reference that can help you research all of the typical duties for a position and can help jog your memory if you cannot recall everything that you did in a job that you held several years ago. Your education and training should be listed from most recent to least, typically ending with your high school. Dates are not necessary. Degrees or certificates conferred should be written exactly as they are listed on the diploma or certificate or in your course catalog. Vocational certifications can also be listed. It's a good idea to keep your vocational certifications relevant to the position you're seeking. Again, be sure that you list them exactly as they show on the certificate. It's highly likely that you may have several versions of your resume for use in applying for different positions. For instance, you may have a customer service resume that you'll use when applying for retail or customer service positions, a management resume that you will use for applying for store management, and a training resume to use when applying to be a trainer. You'll want to change your objective and rearrange your highlights or even change the format of your resume depending on the position that you are applying for. As we mentioned earlier, if you are submitting your resume for consideration without a job application, you'll want to write a cover letter in formal business style to accompany your resume. It should state the position you are applying for, how you heard about the job, and express your interest in being considered for the position. You do not need to mention references on your resume. However, you will want to prepare a list of 3 to 5 professional references and their contact information in the event that an employer requests them. Be sure that you choose people who can speak about your work abilities and get permission from them in advance before listing them. While you're getting permission, be sure that you have the correct spelling of their name, company name, title, and the best way to reach them. So now you know the basics of resume writing. We hope that the information provided in this video will help you. If you need further assistance, please contact your local American Job Center Hawaii office. Good luck with your job search and be safe. Mahalo and ahui ho.